watching Versus, now part of the NBC Sports Group.
Wakeboarders, wake skaters, and fans from around the world have lined the shores of the precedent in Indianapolis, Indiana for the most prestigious contest in wakeboarding. In its 18th year, the World Championships brings together riders of all ages who are representing their country on the biggest stage in wakeboarding. Up for grabs are world titles in multiple divisions, including men's and women's wake skating, the Masters division, pro women, and pro men. Who will dominate here in Indiana and become this year's world champion? This is the Rockstar Energy Drink WWA Wakeboard World Championships, presented by Supra Boats.
Welcome everybody to Indianapolis, Indiana for what is the biggest wakeboard contest on the planet. It's the Rockstar Energy Drink WWA World Championships presented by Supra Boats, and I'm joined now by Supra team rider Austin Hare. Now Austin, all the crowds are rolling in, the conditions here today, incredible. How excited are you for this event?
I'm super stoked for this event. You know, Worlds is the most prestigious event of the entire year, and we have thousands of competitors from all over the world. And also with the local colleges coming back in session, hopefully we'll get just a huge amount of local support here.
Now, like you said, a real international crew of riders here. One of those riders, Australian Dean Smith, who actually took the title last year. What are his chances, Austin, for doing that again?
Well, I know Dean is killing it right now, but also so is Harley Clifford, Rusty Malinowski, Philip Sylvan, myself. Really hoping to make it through to that finals, because I think finals is going to be going off.
It's quite the lineup. It's going to be very exciting. Good luck out there, Austin, and thanks for joining us. And
Nearly 200 professional and amateur riders of all ages are competing at the World Championships in Indiana. Early round action saw wake skate queen Jen Gillenfarr win her 4th world title against Japan's Setsuko Ito and Canada's Amanda Gagnon.
Run went good, landed a little bit of everything. Wake to wake, re-entry, nice clean back big, try to V-flip. I think I might take it.
In the men's 1 amateur division, Oklahoma's Taylor Kress took down Brazilian top seed Luciano Rondinito, proving to everyone he's ready to join the pro ranks next season.
You definitely could step up in the pro division. You got any plans for that possibly?
Yeah, I'm going to try pro men next year. I didn't get a good start this year. I didn't get to start till June, so next year I'm going to try to train a little more and try pro men.
And finally, in the Masters division, ages 30 to 39, the guy they call MVP, Mike Van Patten, took home a World's Trophy by outscoring a stylish Kevin Michael and an explosive Stephen Jones.
Mike Van Patten here in Indianapolis, just incredibly excited to be here, riding with all the guys that I've been riding with for many years. Just a great location, great sponsors, awesome boats to ride behind. It's a lot of fun to be in Masters and take the win.
Stay with us, because coming up next, pro wake skater Reed Hansen takes to the water to defend his world title yet again. And then later, 5 of the best pro wakeboarders in the world will battle it out here at the President. Who will walk away this weekend a world champion? Stay tuned to find out.
The Rockstar WWA Wakeboard World Championships are brought to you by Supra Boats. A better wake, a better boat. Hyperlite Wakeboards. Join the revolution. And by Overtons.com, King of Wake's official water sports supplier.
You're watching Versus, now part of the NBC Sports Group.
To Indianapolis, Indiana for the Rockstar Energy Drink WWA World Championships presented by Supra Boats. Now, earlier on this weekend, 6 up-and-coming riders rode their hearts out in the Junior Pro Men's Final. So let's check out what went down and which one of these young talents walked away with a world title.
Amateur wakeboarders ages 14 to 18 make up the Junior Pro Men's division. This year's World Championship final saw 6 extremely technical riders throw down.
Mode 5's really going down. It's really hard. Everyone's trying to figure out how to beat everyone else because we're all really good at spinning. You just got to have your own little flair to it, and hopefully the judges will like it.
Young guns Gordon Harrison, Freddie Wayne, and Kyle Evans had some big moves on the rails and off the wake, but it was some creative riding and big spins that determined this year's podium. Australia's rising star Dylan Perdot grabbed a 3rd place with his rail riding and a technical invert called the Whirly 540. But where he really impressed the judges was with this backside 720 spin off the heels.
There's a lot of countries here, but Australia's where it's at, seriously.
Northern California ripper Joshua Twelker secured a 2nd place for the United States when he poked out a switch stale 540 spin, busted a big method, and landed a very unique mute mobe. Unfortunately, Josh couldn't find his feet when he got launched off the double up.
I was trying to heel 7, got cut a little too hard, went in the flats or in the trough, but it's all good.
First place went to a Japanese rider who's taken the tour by storm this season. Showtime Shota Tezuka has an effortless style when he rides. His inverts and spins are extremely lofty, and when he sets up for his last trick off the double up, you know it's going to be something special.
Oh, that is unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Showtime with a huge heel 9. You want to say thank you to any sponsors in English today?
Yeah, exactly. Thanks for my old sponsor, and thanks my friend. Thanks guys.
Give it up for Showtime, Shota Tezuka.
4 times world wake skate champion Reed Hansen joins me now before the pro wake skate final goes down. Now, Reed, I know for you had somewhat of a disappointing finish at Nationals, coming in 4th, but what's your mindset going into this contest?
Well, yeah, thanks, Will, for pointing that out, but I'm going to try and put that behind me. I'm here behind my home boat, 242. That's what I ride behind at home, so it's a lot easier to compete when you got that mindset.
The pro men's wake skate final is met by a sudden afternoon thunderstorm, which whips up the water and sends the crowd for cover. Florida's Stu Shin is first off the dock and has to carve his way through the rain. Wake skaters are not attached to their board. They wear modified skate shoes and attempt board flip and spin tricks similar to skateboarding. Stu Shin has an amazing run here in the final, landing a variety of 360s, shove-its, a big spin, and he unbelievably rides away from this shove indie.
It was not bad, a little rain, but stayed pretty calm thanks to the rain. It was getting windy earlier, so just good to be out here at Worlds.
The Heat's top seed, Brian Grubb, has no problem with his shoves in his first pass. But the more difficult big spins and 360s elude him here in the final, and Grubb has to be disappointed. The weather has subsided for the current national champ, Grant Roberts, to do his thing out on the water.
It's actually got really nice for me, so I have no excuses, which sucks.
Grant hails from Northern California and has very progressive tricks like this Judo Air 180. Grant's 360s are lightning fast in his final pass, but there's one trick he really wants, and that's the 540 big spin. Unfortunately, his board slides out on him, ending his run. 4-time defending champ Reed Hansen wants to go down in the books with the most back-to-back wins in the 18-year history of Worlds.
You gotta want it, Ryan. You gotta want it.
Reed looks very comfortable out there, easily landing multiple 360s before stomping this big spin and this late shove. Reed wants to finish his run with a banger, the wake-to-wake finger flip. Unfortunately, this one eludes him, not once, but twice. It's going to be a tough call for the judges, but the amount of cleanly made tricks gives the win to Reed Hansen, ahead of Stu Shin and Grant Roberts.
Yeah, I'm really stoked this year. I mean, 5 times. I mean, I'm freaking out. Like, it gets better and better every time.
Still to come, it's a very international lineup as the pro women take center stage for their final. And then, one of the most exciting parts of the weekend is the main event, the pro men's finals. Which one of these riders is going to walk away a world champion this weekend? Stay with us to find out. To Indianapolis, Indiana, Indiana for the World Championships. I'm Will Christian, and I'm joined now by Australia's superstar. It's Amber Wing. Now, Amber, Pro Women's Finals are coming up. Obviously, you've had a huge season so far. You were edged out in the World Championships last year by England's Nicola Butler. So how important is this win for you this weekend?
Yes, definitely. It's super important. I feel like this is my year, and I've won every contest except one. And, you know, everyone wants to be world champion.
Of course they do, and this is going to be tough competition for you today. Stand-up runs for the women are very important, but I think what puts you ahead, rail riding and those mobs. So what's your strategy?
Yeah, definitely. I want to go out there and land at least 3 mobs, and that's when you do a flip and you put a 360 in it, and then on top of that, to hit the rooftop rail really strong and transfer well. That's definitely a world championship winning run.
A very international field of 6 women takes to the water today in the Pro Women's Final, including newcomer Miku Asai from Japan, who's got a ton of fans on the beach. Miku has a great finals pass, grabbing stylishly on her airs. She then watches Anna Hajek and Melissa Marquette have some problems with their high-scoring bangers.
My run was okay. I stood up the first part of it, then fell on a hillside 5, got up and fell on another one, so see what happens.
Orlando's Rami Merritt is known for her rail riding and big air antics. Here in the finals, she transfers very clean on the fun box, then fires up the crowd with a perfect S-bend, a dangerous move that sometimes takes her down on the landing. Rami is able to stomp a 540 spin, but can't ride away from this roll to blind. Still an impressive run for Rami Merritt. England's Nicola Butler has battled Australia's Amber Wing all season for the tour's top spot and is excited for the opportunity here at Worlds.
This is like legit the world. It's really diverse. We got Japan, America, Australia, England. I'm the defending world champion. I'm holding down for England.
Nicola rides very aggressive here in the final, attacking the fun box toe side and busting 2 very clean 540s. Nicola has 2 mobs in her bag of tricks, and she lands both of them in her stand-up run with no problems at all.
Yeah, it was a little tougher here. The course is a little tighter, so second pass, really around the turn, really had to rush, get that heel 5 out the way, and then just one more trick before the fun box. But yeah, I got a really good toe side hit on the rail part of the fun box, so I was stoked about that.
Nicola's run is a tough one to beat, but if anyone can do it, Australia's Amber Wing can. Amber also has a couple strong rail hits and a 540 spin in her run. But her Moby Dick gives her issues, not once, but twice here in Indiana.
Didn't have the best ride out there, had a couple of problems with my Moby Dick, that backflip 360, kept just missing the handle. But I landed in the end, and I was really happy with my rail hits, so see what the judges say.
The judges give England's Nicola Butler a convincing world title win, followed by Amber Wing in second. Orlando's Rami Merritt comes in third.
Yeah, I just went out and stood up. I was just really happy about that. And it's my 3rd title in 4 years. Just, I don't know, one of the greatest feelings and achievements. And I really owe it all to Mike Ferraro. I mean, and OWC, they've really supported me my whole career and more than ever this last week. So I owe this for them.
An incredible lineup is on tap for the Pro Men's Final. Phil Sovin, Harley Clifford, Rusty Malinowski, Andrew Atkinson, and Dean Smith.
Here with former world champion Andrew Atkinson.
Sitting here talking to current world champion Dean Smith.
And it has come to our attention that there are currently 4 world champions in this 5-man final. Only one left is Harley Clifford.
Well, I guess I'm the only person in this final that hasn't had a world title, so I'm going to go out there swinging, and hopefully I can stand up my run and come up with that win.
Each finalist gets 2 passes and 2 rail hits in their run on this short course. The judges are looking for big spins like 900s and multiple inverted maneuvers. Also being looked at is the amplitude of the tricks and the difficulty of the rail hits.
It's a really fast pass. Everything comes at you real quick, so you have to be on your toes, but it's fun.
Panama City, Florida's Andrew Atkinson is first off the dock and lights up the crowd with his signature 313. Andrew lands a difficult trick called the Chromo 540 and 2 back-to-back 720 spins, but holds back a little on his second pass. Still, that's a stand-up run for Atkinson.
Went out there with my first pass and stood it up. Left the door open a little bit. I need to add a little bit more, but pretty much you have to throw down at this point, so there's no holding back. So.
Rockstar team rider Rusty Malinowski always brings the heat at Worlds. And here in Indiana, he comes out firing with 2 big spins. A corked out 540 way out into the flats, right into a switch 900. Rusty is money on the rails and lands a variety of clean moves in his run. But will it be enough to put him on the podium?
Pretty pumped, man. Wind's up a little bit, but, you know, to make it this far and make it top 5 in the finals, I'm just happy. And there's no taking it easy now. Otherwise, you'll be in 5th place.
Coming right up, we have 3 riders still on the dock for this Pro Men's final, each one capable of taking down the competition. So who is going to reign supreme and emerge out of this weekend a world champion? You don't want to miss this.
The WWA Wakeboard World Championships have been brought to you by Rockstar Energy Drink. Party like a rock star. Transworld Wakeboarding. And by Inmar Marine Engines.
And we're back at the Rockstar Energy Drink WWA World Championships presented by Supra Boats. We've already seen 2 Pro Men's finalists go out here at the precedent, and there are 3 riders on the dock waiting to take their turn. Amongst them, the reigning national champion Harley Clifford and the current king of wake, Phil Sobin. This is the showdown everyone's been waiting for, the battle of the best. Let's head down to the water.
Rockstar team rider Dean Smith from Australia knows there's a points battle going on between Harley and Phil, but is going to do everything in his power to shake things up today in Indiana. Dean blasts a couple crowd pleasers like this massive backside 360 and Hoochie to blind. He also lands a couple big moves in his run, but only does a 720 spin, which will not compete with the 900s being thrown by Harley and Phil.
Stoked just had this chance. This is sort of what I was aiming for, just to make sure that I had a shot about going back to back. And now that I'm here, I feel like I can relax a little and just do my thing. So,
Phil, the real deal Sobin, loves the challenge and riding under pressure. Here in the final, he's 4th off the dock and wants to rattle the cage of the young Australian phenom, Harley Clifford.
It is a seriously heavy finals. Everyone stood up so far, and everyone's had solid runs. So the smallest mistake puts you in last. So it's a good one.
Phil and Harley consistently outscore their opponents because of their ability to spin 900s and unique technical moves, which are inverted spins. Phil likes to throw the whirly and Moby Dick. Harley has the Slim 5 and Crow 5. Sobin starts his run with a very clean rooftop rail hit. He then goes to work, landing a huge dum-dum and the Moby Dick 540. Phil knows Harley's specialty is spinning. He lands a 900 to get that spin under his belt. Then shows off his rail skills with his stylish nose press on the fun box. Phil finishes things off with a Skeezer 540 and the Whirly Dick, and that's an extremely tough run to beat.
Phil just killed it. He squeaked in a Whirly 7, 1 extra trick. He's a freak, man. Beast.
My rails in the first round just there. I personally feel like they were some of my best hits of the season, so feeling real strong on that, and I think that's really helping me out with the scoring.
Harley Clifford has the tricks to beat Sobin. It's all going to come down to amplitude, his style on the rails, and how clean he rides away from his biggest moves. Harley has no problems with his Move 5s in his first pass. He then easily stomps a backside 7 and a frontside 900. Harley squeezes in a nuclear tantrum to blind Mobe before the fun box and finishes his run with 2 more 720s. The judges are going to have a tough time with this one. It may all come down to who did what on the rails.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to welcome him to the top of the podium. Put your hands together for Phil, the Iceman Sobin.
been a really tight battle with everybody. Got a lot of respect for the riders. This win puts me into the lead for King of Wake going into Tennessee, which is nice to have, and I think next weekend's going to be a fun battle too, as the whole year has been.
So Phil Sobin takes his 3rd career world title, followed by Australia's Harley Clifford in 2nd. Dean Smith comes in 3rd. With the win here today, Phil takes a 10-point lead in the King of Wake points chase, followed by Harley Clifford, Rusty Malinowski, Bob Sobin, and Dean Smith. Tune in next time as the season concludes in Knoxville, Tennessee, and a new King of Wake is crowned. For more information and for upcoming TV times and air dates, go to facebook.com/King of Wake.